Alright, so hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Continue along with more motion rigging for this model. Still on the hit. Didn't end up doing as much as I was planning to over the weekend, but at this point, unless I actually sit down and start pulling a significant number of extra hours, this is going to be done within a week. And in terms of scheduling, this was ideally supposed to be the last week I was going to be working on this. So the current plan is to keep working on this one specifically until it's done. The most important thing for this project was actually to just understand scale, because it's better to just completely overscale something the first time and then figure out how to scale back from there. That's usually better than slowly scaling up when it comes to things that need a quick turnaround, especially when it's not devastatingly important that it succeeds in the first run. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on this until completion. Whoop. Backed it up twice. And then we'll get around to the next project. We'll scale down until we reach a point where there's much more in the 1 month range. That is the current plan beyond this project. But either way, I'm gonna continue. Honestly, I don't know how much the rest of the body's actually gonna move, so once the heads are done, maybe it's actually just very quick afterwards. Apart from a lot of supplementary physics motions that go to the hair and the face, I don't think there's actually going to be too much body motion apart from a little bit of bobbing up and down, like sitting up a little bit, leaning forward and backwards a little bit. Given that the body, realistically speaking, the body's not going to turn, so that does actually cut down a little bit on the complexity of any. I just do that. On any leaning motion that needs to occur. I that shriveling a little bit. Also, generally speaking, while this project was very overscaled, almost intentionally so, the ideal is to reach this point where I know roughly how big I can try and make a project to fit within only streaming hours, because that's still something I would like to do, is keep the stream thing for stream and not work on it too much off stream, which is definitely not happening with this piece. This one I've definitely worked on a fair amount off stream as well. Oh. I'd rather just set that there for now. There's also a definite bit where it's like getting into the flow of it. I feel like I'm actually doing this faster and faster after a while. Ooh. that there for a bit. Hello there, how you doing? Going through more head missions here. This will be done on Niko once I'm actually through this part, so based on the comparatively simpler air pieces on Yukino, should be able to jab that out quickly if I can get the face portion done at a decent pace. Because her ears, I think, also are significantly simpler. Just go with that for now. You. I need to bend you like over like way. Pull you forward. I'll like yank this across a little bit. We'll go with that for now, then we'll just kind of jam this on the back. Going this way, so we're actually going to pull this in. And what do we want to do with you? Just like bring you out. I don't really know what to do. Definitely doesn't separate the fluff enough to make it really be able to spin elegantly. So one thing I have been thinking about is whether to actually lower, or actually increase the detail, but lower just the number of figures next time. So that should cut down on the number of characters that need to be done, since while I do anime style with largely simplified parts, there's still a lot of different detail parts that have to occur on the head specifically. Cutting down on that should reduce the amount of time it takes to do both the art portion and the rig portion. That is one thing to take into consideration. And honestly, it's like kind of covered, so it's not the biggest problem in the world if it's a little bit visible through there. Let's just jam this into the back. Sure. Then we want to fold this down more. We want this. Let's shift this up a little bit, shift this across a little bit. Yeah. Can you just shift you across a little bit entirely? Okay, I think it's just more like you. Here's just shift it. Do I need to bring this little bit in? And we need to fold this in a little bit as this comes around. And then we'll, I don't know. I don't actually know how to separate little bits of the ear fluff to make it. Like, do I just need to straight up put it into sections so that I could burn a little bit better? This is definitely not it. This makes it look like incredibly cardboard-like. You. Can you back this up a little bit more? Then the other way. Oh, don't move that ear. Um. Oh, don't grab that, please. Grab this. Alright, then you just grab you. What do we want to do with you? Just kind of yank you and fold you. Please don't grab that. Please grab that. Fold you over a little bit. Sit that there for now. Alright, you. And back it up. Okay, this needs to pull in a little bit. Pull you up, pull you in, pull you out, pull... These pieces on the side, so they don't actually need as big of a motion here. Do this. What does that do for this? Sure. Then this, we're still just gonna do it this way. Pull this down, it will just flow this outwards like this. And up. I pull this out without pulling you all the way out. Like, pull it back in. Wait. Back it up a bit more, back it up a bit more. Oh jeez. Right, down the other way. Pull just like this one now, pull you in, pull you in. How's that feel? Is that too much? I can live with that. Alright, you. I'm gonna pull you in down the bottom and basically not touch the top, but this is like the side piece, so it shouldn't actually move all that much to begin with. The actual side piece. Yank this up a little bit, yank this up a little bit. Do that. Which piece is that? It's you. That doesn't feel. Oh wait. Okay, which one is that? I'm gonna let this lean a little bit more. Let's lean it over. I can live with that for a bit. Alright, next. Hello, by the way. Alright, you are this piece right here, so we just go up, up, in, up. How do I feel about that? This is the side piece, so it shouldn't pull all the way up. Indeed it is. Pull this out. Let's bring it so that it kind of full. Let's not do that. Put that back in a bit. Gee, should I even be that far around? What? Huh? Oh, wait. I don't actually know about that. Let's pull that back in. Let's pull this back in. And actually that should... yeah, let's go a little bit up this way, a little bit more. I pull this back in a bit more. How do I feel about that? I can live with that. Alright. Something is pulling in way too much here. What's pulling in way too much here? You. Let's yank you back out. Maybe like right. Okay, I think. Yeah, I think that could do. Alright, you. Okay, this is the front piece, right? Okay, so once again, I'm just gonna grab this together because it's kind of redundant not to. Pull this in, pull that across, and how much do I want to pull that in? Just like the heads through. Pull this out a little bit and then pull this out. Let that feel loose around the side. Once again, I'm not going to use the full range of this hand motion. Animation, not a face track model, and honestly, with a face track model, you don't use full range of animation. You just need a little bit more to work with than what actually. Let's go like that. I can live with that. It looks a little bit weird, but it is within acceptable range. Okay, what do we want to do with you? We want to pull you in, up. What was that doing right now? Okay, we want to... which piece are you? You are the outer part. Shit, are you supposed to be the side? You're supposed to be the side. That means you can actually move a bit like this. Just pull you out, pull you here, pull you up here, just stretch it out a little bit. What's happening here? We'll go with that for now, then we want to go the other way. Out, 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 down, 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 out, out, down. Is that out here and out here? What are you doing right now? More out this way, more out this way. Right, you. What is happening here? This, what do we want to do with this? These pieces really don't really do. I'll go like... I'm gonna be pretty gentle with these pieces. But mostly they're the fill-out details, so... it's generally okay to just work around that concept. Pull you in a little bit low. Oh, these are wrong. I'm holding the wrong pieces together. Hold up. You are separate from that. You need to just do. No, you're already fine. You are this piece. Sure. Then we want to go this way, down. How's that feel? Also a little bit more. How's that feel? Sure. Alright, you are okay, you're this piece of 1, 2, do these together. We just go lean, 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 down, in. Sure. In, we go 1, we go 2. Go in, lean, oop, lean, lean, up, out, in. More. Down, down. Sure. Okay, next. Okay, we'll just do a little bit here, and then we want to go maybe a little bit this way and a little bit this way. This can be pretty gentle for the most part. Actually, she'll almost be pulling down in a way. Oh, monitor, please don't. I really should figure out why my monitor sometimes just disconnects. Checked the connections several times. It doesn't seem like I've got a loose connection. It comes down a little bit less than everything. What is back? Alright, you. I'm gonna do the exact same thing here. We'll just kind of pull you, pull you, pull you. Good enough. We want to go up, up, out. Pull that, pull that across a little bit. You'll pull it. Go that and then down. We'll just down. Okay, next. Down, down. We'll just down the whole. Yeah, actually, not as much as. I want to create this kind of circular shape here. Comes around the. So. Okay. Then we want to go down. Oop. Down. Down. Honestly, this is behind the back, so it's not quite as important as the other pieces because it's not as easily visible exactly what's happening here. Just do. But we'll just go like that for now. We want to go across. We'll just up and then maybe across a little bit there. No, we'll just across. We want to pull. Oh, pull just a little bit that way. Across this way. No, we want to pull you. Whatever. Then we want to go. Lean this over. Pull you in. Okay, down. What do I even do with these pieces? These pieces are so covered by the head, it's actually not really all that much I need to do. I mean, the other piece is literally invisible 100% of the time. I don't know why I have it there. What do I do with you? You're literally not visible. Slowly reaching the point where I'm like, why am I even moving this piece around? This piece has the full 3x3 matrix of motion here. Okay, what monstrosity have I created? Okay, it works. Alright, give me one, just step away for a bit. Alright, let us continue here. Oh, this is gonna bounce straight over to, you know, now, because as long as this head part's done, I feel like everything else should fall in place. Oh, get out of the middle. That's a little disturbing. Okay, we're going to cut down on the programs I'm using here. I'm gonna turn this off. Okay. What did I just do? Why did Windows just try to open a bunch of things? Please don't do that. Okay. Unfortunately, my headset needs to charge, so I have this stupid wire just dangling around right where my hands need to go. Can I not move you to like a nicer spot? Do you have to be here? Oh, those wires are way too short. Alright, whatever. So we shall collapse this, go over to Yukino. Gonna grab all of the hair pieces here, which basically involve that, I believe. We're gonna put that into a hair. We're going to grab all of the head pieces, going from here down to here. Yep, that's the head. Then we're going to put the head and the hair into yet another head. Okay. Alright, let's work with this for now. Alright, we have one. Ooh, we do here one down to here. One of these, and then make this. Okay. And we are going to just grab this, replicate. We're going to take this down to into here, please. Okay, very good. Do that, and then we're going to do this. Okay, how much do we actually want to turn the head here? That's always the biggest question, isn't it? So once again, we already have a effectively turned head. But I think we just going to keep it relatively we just go up to about there? Okay, what do we want to do with the head the other way? Do we want to like try and bring it back to forward facing? Why did I not just make these forward facing to begin with? That'll make it so much easier. It's good thing her head is also 90% of the way forward facing. Okay, let's just do this. We're going to increase the divisions a little bit so that I can get right into here and go. A point here. Like so, and now you have a front-facing head. Or almost front-facing head. We just turn this a little bit more, turn the chin around a whole lot more. It's kind of the same problem I had with Niko here. Up. I mean, it kind of works. It's just that it would just cross a little bit. That's like way more than I actually need, but that is exactly how far I would need that to spin around, I think. We want to here. Sure, okay, you. Alright, first up, you. Head color. You, clip. All of this shit. Clip. Actually, wait, no, not all the eye parts, just make sure the mouth and the... Yeah, all the you, sure, why not? Clip. Let me just get the eyes into here so that we can... Split this, and then I can go ahead and clip more things down. Okay, give me you, and then you up to you. Clip. Then you, from you up to you. Clip. Okay, eyes inside the socket now. Alright, anyways, back to this. What do we do about this? Basically, it needs to definitely hit all of the face on this side, because it's still away from the light, regardless of the shape. Just like shush this out, it's actually fine. Just like keep the light on one side, I think that's pretty much fine. In here, probably shouldn't have made these exactly head shaped. I just had to draw over the top instead, but I mean, this is all going to be covered by hair, so the top isn't actually done. Sure. Alright, where's the hair? Here, you. Down. Alright, eye. Okay, well, once again, gonna go, lash, 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 lid, lid, lash, light. I'm gonna print all of this and we're just gonna try and move this all together. And it's worked twice so far, so I really feel like it should work. Okay, how far around do we want to actually bring the eye? That's the next one. How far out do I want to bring this? I can live with that. Alright, let me just grab the actual eyeball. I don't think I'm doing that very consistently. I'm pretty sure some of these are eye eyeball and some of these are eyeball. That's not the most important thing in the stuff, I can understand it. Alright, you into here, you in. Push this in. I'm gonna be a little bit lazy with this part if we can. Or two. Grab this and just like bring this in. Or is that a thing I can do? How do I feel about that? Alright, we're bringing the head just to like kind of most of the way forward. Okay, reflection point I think is still head forward, much easier to deal with. Okay, now how do I pull this out? Well, that's unfortunate. Ba, 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 ba. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, just set that for like that for now. Alright, highlight. Okay, you. Bum, 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 bum. Bum. Bum, 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 bum. And ooh-wee. Oh, this was a little awkward, but sure, that kind of looks like the right shape, right? Also, a little bit smaller. Hmm. Ba ba bum ba la ba ba bum. Ba 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 la ba ba bum ba la ba. Ba ba bum ba ba bum. Bum ba ba bum ba bum ba bum. Bum ba la ba bum. Bum ba bum ba 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 bum bum. Okay, I think I need to do the same thing here. Increase the divisions. And then on here, I need to just mellow this out. Ba- I'll just leave it like that for a bit. Bum ba ba bum ba bum ba la ba bum. Bum ba 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 bum. Ba, bum, ba, ba, bum. Ba, ba, bum, ba, bum. Alright, where's the highlight gone? Where has the highlight gone? I put it in some word I shouldn't have. I did. You out. Alright, you. Um. Bum, bum. Okay, we'll just settle with that for now. I think. Where's the nose? You. Okay, settle for that for now, I think. That's really forcing it with the face there. Alright, let's go mouth. Go mouth shape. Let's just go with this for now. Maybe it's just not go this inside. Just skip a whole word. That has no business looking that okay. Alright, everything that's got this now requires this. I just set that there for now. Alright, just set that there for now. I pull us around. Let's just set that for now. Not too much. Maybe we'll bring it back to about here. Bring it back, yeah, let's bring it back to about here. Actually, it's not too much. Maybe we'll bring it back to about here. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. There's too much of a gap. Alright, either way. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, where is you? I'll just set that there for now. Let me sit down. Oh, where's my chair gone? I need this wire out of my face. Alright, you. Sit back here and stop pulling my monitor forward. I actually want to consider moving my PC a little bit further across my desk so that the wires can come out from behind my monitor a bit easier. Like a little back up a little bit. Alright, nose. Give me nose. What the heck? Oh, just a little flick of a line. Here's the nose gone. Hmm. Alright, we'll just hide this underneath and hide this underneath. Alright, what kind of monstrosity have I created at this point? There's no corners right now, but... How do I feel, dear? Oh jeez. Oh, where's my cushion gone? Oh, I can feel my back hurting. Okay, so now, how do we do this? Uh, um, Lofi, bitchy, yeah. Oh jeez. Um, let's go with that for now. How's it feel? Um, ba la ba ba. Uh, hmm. Yeah, I could live with that. Um, um, um. Alright, so with that for a bit, we're highlight. Um. Oh, wait. About right? About right. Very much eyeballing the crap out of it, but he was about right. Yeah, that was the first time I've seen that before. Was that freaking Cortana or something? What the fuck was that? Ba, 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 la, ba, 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 Okay, we'll live with that for a bit. I don't know what to do, dish. I could live with that. Um, ba, ba, ba. Ba, ba. Ba, 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 ba. Oh, wait. Ba-bum. Oh jeez. Can I bring... Uh... Um. All right. Sure. Okay. Okay. All right, now for a much more boring part. The good thing about Yukino's carrots, a lot of them are very long pieces that don't need to have a lot of management because they're just so long that they literally just stretch out of the frame. They can actually get away with a lot of things on her. Maybe just do the front pieces to get it. Just not that many of them. She's like so little pieces compared to the others. The hair's done a much more simple style. I mean, kind of have to with very dark colors because you don't always guarantee good enough lighting to show the details of each strand. Is this the side or is it the side? Oh, wait, I guess give the hand a flex here. Flex the hand, alright. Ba, ba, uh, this going to be what controls the Eternals in a way, no. But I love it. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Ba, 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 ba. Oh gee. Ba, 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 ba.
Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum.
Sure. Okay, these are the fun bits because the top and the bottom actually need to move differently. So we're not really going to be turning the body a whole bunch. So you can go like this. Up, 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 up. How far around do I need to pull this? Four. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. I actually want to move the elf first. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. Well, indeed. If I can answer, then go ahead. Here. How far around do I bring this? Hello, by the way. Want to pull it in further? Pull it a bit further. Like that. Whoa, that's a paragraph. All right, let's have a look at this. Alright, so you tried making a neckband with a dangling charm, 2 layers. Neckband and pin didn't got to the position, got the pendulum moving. Nice, but the art didn't move. The art didn't move. Okay, let me see if I can figure out exactly what you're saying there. Okay, so, Let me just open up a different file because I don't have any physics in this one because this is an animation. But I think I know what your problem is. Probably you're not setting the actually I could just show you here. Not that. Okay, so let us pretend that you have your pendulum, right? So you make a physics group. This is something you have done. I'll just use one of the presets for now since you're a beginner. So we'll just say equal. Ah, right. Because all of my parameters are custom. Okay, so when you're looking at this, like, what have you done? Because basically, your pendulum will swing as long as you have some input. Let's just say that I don't have any. Yeah, I really don't have any parameters I can use here because I haven't added any physics things. Let me just open a model here that's got physics. Because basically you need both an input and an output, right? So oh gee, so we're looking at, oh, let's just look at the hint here. So basically you have your input. So this is the thing that actually swings the pendulum. I don't have any physics built into here either. Because this is, I don't have any here physics built into this because this is like a body output. So what we have here is like the actual head turn is like on here. So we actually look at here. This is the angle X, right? This is the head turn. And then this is the actual output of the physics itself, is the head here. So when you make an input, when you make an input, your pendulum will start swinging, and like you'll see this pendulum start swinging on this screen as long as your input is going through. So let's say it's like the angle X, which I think is by default when you do anything. So that will follow my mouse button, but the actual output goes to a separate parameter. So all of my motion here is on the output parameter here, which is if we're looking at the head turn, it is on the head X input, which is this one. So one thing that I could be thinking of if your art isn't moving is your output isn't set. The other one, this is actually a really stupid one, is that your effectiveness is not set. Because this, I think, defaults to 0. So you need the effectiveness on both of these to be set to above 1. Preferably your input should be set to 100. What else could it be? I'm just trying to think if your... Because if your pendulum is swinging, it means you're getting input. If you're not getting output, it probably means that your output isn't set up correctly, is what I'm going to make a guess at. Like, I don't know what you're looking at, so that is the most likely guess. Actually, where's my personal model? It's probably better because that one actually has everything set up. Although I have something else that's set up properly for it. I don't. This one will take a little while to load because this is the fully complete model. I just closed. Oh my god. Also, please interject if what I'm saying is confusing. Because obviously, I'm not hearing what or seeing what you're looking at. Because a pendulum, or like a pendant, will be similar to hair, right? Like you have an input and then it should do a position-based swing. I'm presuming this is a swing to match the body motion. I mean, I guess one thing is just like always make sure you have input, you have your pendulums, and you have your output all set up, and that they're actually receiving input. Alright, where was I? I was doing oh, by default, it's also the, what do you call it? If it's tracking your mouse input, it probably means you have the input on what angle X, probably, or body X. I think those are the two that are set by default. Otherwise, you have to set the preview as well. But you say your pendulum's swinging, so I'm presuming your input's fine. How do I feel about that? I need to get these out of the way before I can really look at this. Let's just shift that along, and we shall bring that. How far else shall we bring this? Oh. This is actually fine, right? Isn't it? Oh, my top piece isn't covering as much as I thought it was. Yeah, that I need to be aware of that. This can stay stretched out. This needs to come. How do I feel about that? You need to come out a bit further. You just come in a bit, actually. You should just not be this far out. What's the mesh on this? Okay, what is the divisions on? Okay, let's increase the divisions here. And then let me just squeeze you here. Bring up the spa. Snapshot, take a look at that. Okay, don't need you to come out this far, so we're just gonna pull this back in because this is supposed to be against the body. Can I actually yank this part? What's happened to this part? Oh, there's a lot. Am I pulling it in too far? I'm not. Alright, we'll just sit with this for now. Do I need to pull this in the other way? I do. You in. Oh, that's a paragraph. Hold up. A rotation deformer to the pendant art mesh made a parameter pendant setting. Set the limit 30 to 30 with the rotation 10 to 10. Input set to angle X, output set to pendant swing. Okay, what is your input normalization? Because that has a tendency to be a little annoying. Well, actually no, if you're using a... Okay, we'll just base this off hair, because hair is kind of similar to a pendant, right? So the input is 30 to 30, that's okay, that's basically the same as angle X. Rotation plus 10 minus 10 or so, so presuming that's the output, that should be fine. Actually, would that be... That's a pretty big number. Because I do all of my physics 1-to-1. I feel like you could just inflate your numbers to match that. So basically your input and output both exist. The pendulum is swinging. Okay, one is you can try, actually no, is it position or angle? So under input type, is it position or angle here? But I think that does change a little bit on how you want to do your numbers. Position. So that should be heavily affected. Do I have a position thing here? What will I have as position here? Is the effectiveness on both the input and output above 1? At least. Preferably 100 just to make sure it's actually working, but over 100. Okay, so just stare at the output value, which I believe what you call it. You call it rotation. Stare at it and just see if when you move, whether this little dot moves at all. Like, it doesn't need to move a lot, it just needs to not be at 0. Because it might just be that your numbers are like your output number is quite big. Because it might be like bumping just a little tiny bit off 0 to like 1-ish. But you'll see here that, like, if you look at my hair physics, it actually looks quite large, but all of these are 1-to-1. So like all the maths that Live 2D is doing for the physics doesn't have to be very large numbers for the output. That is what works for me. I don't know if other people do it differently. So like, basically what I'm saying is, if you look at my actual like hair output here, all of these physics parameters, I only do 1-to-1. I find that it tends to be less complex in the physics if I do it this way. I don't know exactly why, I'll be perfectly honest. Okay, so it's moving. Because once it's moving, you just need to mess with the numbers until it's swinging as much as you're expecting it to swing. Because as long as you move your input and the little dot on your output moves, the input is going to the output. So it's just in a matter of playing with the numbers until it feels okay. I think at that point, it's just up to you to play with it. I don't think anything else I blab on about will help this exact topic any further. I mean, you can try changing the output to 1-to-1 if you want to match what I do. I just find that it means I can use smaller numbers than most of the physics class. You want the pendant to move with the neckband. Okay, what is a good way to talk about this? I have a piece that does that. Let me just check through. Doesn't my back do that? It doesn't. Because it's not hooked on like that. This thing's barely hooked on at all. What is the best way to talk about this? So basically you just need the pendant to also have motion. I'm presuming this is during the physics motion. So let's say that where is a good part for this? Where's the side tail? Side. What's the spot? Where is the side tail? Ponytail. Okay, so if you look at the ponytail here, for a single piece you have a 1 pendulum, a 2 pendulum, so this is slightly different, Let me just actually grab a piece. You can see the actual deformer that is moving. So if you look at the deformer, this is motion for 1, this is motion for 2, and then this is motion for 3. See, like each part like moves a little bit differently. The same way that this is going, you just basically need the pendant itself. Oh no, when the neckband moves left and right, connect the pendant to the neckband. So I'm presuming what the problem right now is that the pendant that's hanging off the neckband is moving away from the neckband during the pendulum swing. Is that correct? Let me just make sure I'm understanding all of this correctly. That basically the pendant is detaching from the neckband as it swings. Okay, so they are detaching because of 2 different meshes. One thing you can do is to just glue it down. I don't know what the shape of your objects are, so I don't know if I can recommend that. Because when you glue something down, let's just like look at the mouth here. Because technically here, only the lip is moving, but this whole skin shape also moves with the line that is the lip. So as the where's the mouth? As this moves, the it morphs the skin cover along with it. I think it's probably not a good idea if it's a neckband and a pendant. Because this directly, basically, it just, they both have the same vertices down here, the dots, and I'm telling it so that when the mesh of the lip moves, it should pull the skin cover around with it. I think for your case that is probably not a good idea. Realistically, what you're gonna need to do is also do a morph for the neckband, the rectangle, at the same time. Let me actually see if do I have a file for this? Because I was actually making a video on this that I might have some. Okay, here we go. This is actually, it's probably exactly what you need. Let me just close this because this is no longer useful. What we have here is a accessory. We have a chain here, which is a flexible object, a solid object, which I guess is kind of like your neckband. I'm presuming this is like, the neckband is not gonna like bend per se, it's going to be a solid shape. You have like another soft bit at the end here. So when something moves, basically all 3 of these parts need to have a swing motion. So the chain at the top, it will bend. The actual where is it? Not you. Piece of you. This piece itself. Wait, do I not have a separated one? I thought I had a separated one, or was it on an individual beam? Here we go. Let me just release it decently. So, like, the chain will flex, right? This is part of the swing. The rigid object will move to match it, and then the end bit will also have to match the fingers stuck to, and then also swing. So like the 2 soft bits are actually bending and swinging. This bit is just matching what the others are doing. Kind kind of like the same idea if we only. Why do I not see this default? So like, let's just pretend like, because we're looking at your neckband to your pendant. Like, so this is the pendant, this is the neckband. So when your thing detaches and swings around, basically your neckband just has to match to swing it, and this is in the same motion. I think that's probably the best way to explain it. Like, it's not really an easy way to go about it. You just have to basically force it to match. So obviously, if like this thing is swinging off too far and it, like your neckband can't match it, then your pendant is just swinging too far, and you're gonna have to reel it in and not make it swing as far. I don't know if I articulated that particularly well, but I hope that was understandable. Okay, these can go to default. These can go -10 by default. What the heck am I doing? Every time I reset it just goes back to like bright red. You know, I don't think it actually matters that much. I don't even know I'm going to use these assets again. Much better. Okay. Oh, that was a mistake. This is gonna take. Oh yeah. One of these old item attachments in it. What was I doing? Okay, what do I want to do? That's also one of those fun things you're gonna have to match with your friend, or your friend's model has significant levels of motion at certain parts. Actually, I don't know how effective you can stick things on now, because I don't really mess with the item thing in Visual Studio too much. Like, I messed with it a couple of times. Because I do know the way I do the head motion is a little different from how other people do the head motion, and you have to like juggle all the values to make it match. Wait, so does the current model have like this neckband pendant combination? Because if it's like that, I would just say replace, or do they not own the PSD for the model? But I would say go into the actual PSD and just change it. And just swap it out. It's just less of a hassle than gluing a piece on in Visual Studio and hoping that the motions match. Like, I mean, that's just my opinion. I don't know how complex the problem is. Like, that is my outsider's opinion. And that is also with my very minimal experience with items in Visual Studio, because I don't play with them too often. How do I feel about... this should pull in more. Ah, right. Yeah, I understand. Because you still have to make the if it's attached directly to the model, you still have to make the whole tracking motion to match it, and it's also just going to stick on top. Because it's like you can't actually hide the old one, right? That sounds like a really. I mean, it's definitely a bit of a grungy solution, but it is the solution. I mean, I respect that. You're working with what you got, right? Either way, I do hope that my explanation was not too difficult to follow, and that you got something out of it. I can try again if anything was confusing. Let's see, what is this? Oh, this is front, round, this is the front. Left and in the centerpiece. I don't want to separate this. Oh, I guess also, I would recommend, learning how warp deformers work, because rotation deformers do make things look very rigid. They're not particularly great for making things have a flexible swing. I mean, I understand that you're just trying things out, so, all in due time, right? Here's a follow, by the way. Let's see, one. Oops. Oh, I'm fat thinking like crazy. Enter. Oh wait, I still need to do these. Right tuck. Left tuck. And center. All good. Just stopping by the way. Good to know that my partially incoherent ramblings were helpful. Okay, go 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7 headaches. Okay, what are we looking at? Okay, we'll bring this around. Maybe just move the centerpiece first, just to use that to eyeball everything else. That's probably smarter. Alright, let's use this to eyeball the crap out of everything. So move this along. Pull this over her here. Ooh. That's how far back do I want to pull this? How sloped do I want to make these highlights? Over the top? More, a little bit more this way. Sure. And then this is mostly just pulling to the front. I'm pretty sure her hair was almost symmetrical. So I think I can actually just yank this so that it's right down the middle here. Slightly offset maybe? Yeah, slightly offset. pull this around, pull this over a little bit, and we'll just offset it from the middle a little bit. Okay, we'll use this to eyeball everything else. That should be okay, right? Probably a little bit more cross. Okay, then we want to, how far around? Bring this not too far, we'll just go in, across, over. That's just swinging significantly more than where it is right now. Just in. I can live with that. All right, you. This is where's this at? Okay. So basically, you need to go like really stretch out over the eye a little bit more than where it is right now. Pull this back in, and then we could just up a little bit, and we should have. Okay, then we want to bring this in. This one should be over the eye a little bit. Maybe some. Ooh. I can live with that. Alright. Alright, what are you doing? You need to pull into here. How close are you to? Okay, ear is about there, so we just gotta direct it in that direction, and that's basically. Okay, just basically hide you underneath, right? I need to pull that around a bit more, maybe a little bit more this way. Okay, we'll go with that. You. Where am I looking? We'll look. We want that to be a little bit more this. How do I feel about that? I'll live with that. We want to bring you out, over. Alright, just live with that for a bit. Alright, what are we doing here? We want to in, over, ear, around, there. We'll live with that, alright. Okay, so this piece needs to go, this needs to harden to here, right? Let's go like that. Which pieces? Oh, right. What do I do about this? I can just... that makes that bit look really weird. You... Let me stick out from the back. Alright, well, either way, that is the time I have for today, so... we'll finish up here. Once again, I'm going to continue working on this in my free time, where I can find some time, along with all the other stuff I should really be doing. So... I did actually power through most of Yukino's hit here. For parts that are very much significantly simpler than the other. If I can get through all of it, then we can get to Kurumi stuff, and then we can get past that, and then it'll be on to body motions, and then a little bit of steam action. I think that's really about it. Maybe a little bit on the water. I don't even know you can see it properly because I haven't done the lighting very well. I'm really like somewhat proud of the way I've done the cups. Don't know if I can do any better than that. Be real frank there. But either way, the file's gone to the size where it's actually lagging a little bit, so probably not going to be running the YouTube Studio for the remainder of this project, at least on stream. But regardless, thank you very much for watching today's session of Live 2D Modeling. You'll see more of this. Remember, subscribe or following depending on where you're watching from. Leave a like, because it helps me out. I'll see you again next time.